Okay, alright. Alright everyone, how is everyone doing? Alright, let's first get some visual confirmation like always. Make sure everything is working properly. Okay, I don't see anything yet. Pretty sure I have the latency on pretty low, so maybe I need to refresh first. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Now let's see if we have sounds. Yeah. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good indeed. Okay, let's close this and let's put up the chat so we can see everything. Very good. So, how's everyone doing? I'm here. Not with a Souls game. Who could even have imagined it? Unfortunately, this is only the demo, but let's immediately just get started. I already played through it. I'm already played through it. In fact, I'm even more excited for this game now after having played the demo than I was before. Because this game is actually a bit different than I thought, and different in a very positive sense. Let's look at this game in a bit more detail. Oh boy, I feel pity for all the PC exclusive people, because as of now at least, this is a PS5 exclusive game. Ah, yeah. So, I just first tried Orphan of Course. Very well. Very good. That's very good, random Souls gamer. And what a descriptive name. So, this game has a bit of a... I expected this game to be a little bit more like Nier Automata. It does, presentation-wise, it very much has a Nier vibe. Gameplay-wise, it's actually quite a bit different. It leans more towards Sekiro or Wolong or games like that, but even that doesn't really capture it. It's a pretty in-depth, multi-layered combat system that is very much about precise, methodical, and how do you say that? Well thought out. It really matters that you think about your inputs and that the timing is actually quite a bit more strict than on a lot of other parry-focused games. And the music for this game is phenomenal. Yeah, that's what I said. It's presentation-wise, it's a very Nier Automata-like. In fact, it even starts off in a similar way. Alright. It reminds me of Lies of P. Well, to be honest, just like in Lies of P, parrying has a much smaller window than in Sekiro. It might in fact be that in this game it's even smaller than that. You can upgrade it, but even after upgrading it, I still think it's a bit small. Hey Scott, thank you for extending your membership. What's up, Press? I'm doing very well, and I hope you're doing very well as well. I'm literally in the middle of pre-ordering it. Then I get the notification of this. Very nice. And Pavel also extended his membership. Wow, you have been a member for 26 months already, Pavel. You're so loyal. You're so loyal. Love to see it. Well, we don't start off with a flight scene like in Nier Automata, but apparently there are going to be something along those lines later on, based on the footage that we already have seen.
Removing physical shield. Opening hatch. The hatch. Come on. Come on.
It doesn't even matter. Of course, the first part of the game is mostly exposition and just getting a hang of the controls. I must say, when I played the demo Friday for the first time, it almost was like that the controls felt a bit off to me. And it's not really an issue with the controls at all. It's just, it's so incredibly precise. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but this almost looks like it symbolizes a birth. Like Eve emerging from a womb. And this reminds me of Starship Troopers, by the way. Those bugs that can shoot all the way into outer space. Alright. So. Of course, we first start off with just some fodder enemies just to get the hang of things. So we'll just go through the beginning of the game quickly so that we can get to the more important parts. In fact, I would say that the real meat of this demo is not so much being able to play through the first parts of the game, but it's the additional boss fight that you get afterwards. Which I have no idea how far in the game that's going to be, but quite a bit further at least. Reminds me of Metal Gear Rising. Yeah, that comparison has been made as well, yes.
That was close.
Or Bayonetta, yes.
Come here. Careful with your jump.
The music is very similar to Nier Automata. The enemies definitely are not. These are more like alien type creatures. Okay, so this game, as I said, is very parry focused. In fact, the dodging, I will come back to that later on. Even the dodging is similar to a parry. And basically, the way you have to look at the dodge is not like in Dark Souls where you have a roll. As you can see, you don't have a roll. It's not about iframing through attacks in this sense. It's just like when you do a parry, which you have to time exactly when the attack's about to hit you. A dodge activates the perfect dodge, which unfortunately you have to unlock, which I think is really stupid. That should be part of your basic moveset, if you ask me. But it's actually part of the skill tree. But you activate it in the same way as the parry. In fact, it has the opposite approach of Lies of P, where in Lies of P you have like you have specific attacks that can only be parried and you cannot iframe through them. This game is the opposite. You have specific attacks that you cannot parry, but you can dodge them, but you can only perfect dodge them. Well, of course, if you manage to if you manage to stay out of the hitbox altogether, then obviously you're not going to get hit, but that's not really the point. And also, as you can see that I'm doing now in critical, underneath their health bar there are those little light dots, and if you deplete all of those, then you basically break an enemy's posture and you can do a critical attack. And you have these skills, hold on. And you charge them also by, I think parrying also helps charge those up, but it's not exclusively based on parrying. Oh, hey Pavel, thank you for gifting memberships. So Julia and Putrid. Thank you very much, Pavel. Alright, but as I said, we'll just go through the first section of the game quickly so that we can get to the more important parts where I can actually showcase how the game is played a bit better. Because yeah, I think oh, holy crap. It is a bit annoying, I think, that when you have a skill tree and the skill tree contains parts that I would say are basic moves. I don't really like that. It's also in Sekiro that the Kiri counter is something you have to unlock. Fortunately, it's the first thing you unlock. And in this game, also the most important things you would unlock like an hour into the game or whatever. But still. Yeah, you can upgrade your dodge iframe so ADP is back. That's basically the same type of concept, yes. Yeah, it will make no upgrades total suffering. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even sure how fun that's going to be if you don't even have your most basic moves, so to say. Oh, Pavel gifted 3 members, shit, by the way. Oh, hey, and by the way, Anton said an additional boss fight took me 10 to 15 attempts. Yeah, this game is actually surprisingly much more difficult than I thought it would be. And based on the fact that you have an easy mode, There's probably going to be a hard mode as well, so I think this game is going to be quite tough. The controls have quite a learning curve. That's why I said it initially felt like the dodge and the parry was a bit off, like it was not responsive. No, it's just that you have very tight parry and dodge windows. And as I said, parrying and dodging is basically the same type of thing in this game. It's just a matter of what type of attack the enemy does, based on that, whether you respond with a parry or with a dodge. Also, there are two different type of, well, we'll get to that later. Stellar mode, yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's going to be something you have to unlock or you just the demo just doesn't include it. We don't know yet.
Eve, are you ready?
Yeah, for me the same thing. It took me almost the entire demo to learn the controls properly. I still don't really have that much of a hang on it. So this is just a tutorial boss, of course. And here we have help from an NPC, of course. And can I make a little bit of a prediction? Even though... Oh, hold on. Oh, holy crap. Okay, let's actually pay attention to the fight. Okay, let's first get through this fight and then I'll say what I wanted to say. Oh. As I said, the parry timing is very precise. Oh, whoa, holy crap. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! No, no! Oh! The tutorial fight automatically ends even if you die. I actually died in principle against that boss. Well, that was not good. I'm trying to speak too much while playing a new game that I haven't even a basic grasp on the controls yet. Well, a little bit.
You fought well.
Hey, Unchosen Undead, thank you very much for super sticker. Let's give you a like. And Pavel gave another membership. Thank you so much, Pavel. What is this game about? I'm not really that sure yet. I don't really pay attention to story that much. But especially not for a demo. From what I understand at least, there is some sort of an alien invasion.
Eve.
And they're trying to reclaim the Earth, so it's also Nier Automata-like. However, people have pointed out that the word Natiba sounds a bit like natives. So
right?
maybe the plot twist is going to be that these aliens are actually the original inhabitants of this world and the humans are the invaders. There also seems to be some sort of a biblical theme going on. Because of course the main protagonist is called Eve and the other one is called Adam. And in the trailer we saw these biblically accurate angels, you know, with all those eyes and that kind of stuff. Maybe this is supposed to be some sort of a cherubim. Looks more like a harpy, I would say, but fair enough. But story-wise, I don't know really all the details yet. So, there goes, what was her name? Taki? Already? My prediction is, even though it seems like she's dead here, I mean, how do you recover from getting run through the sword and having your arm chopped off? My prediction is, in some way or form, shape or form, she's going to play more than this small little part in the game. Even if it's just through flashbacks or whatever. But I have a hard time imagining that she was just introduced to die in the tutorial area. That's a prediction on my part. Don't know for sure, of course, but who knows? Maybe those aliens have the ability to, like, absorb or zombify humans. Who knows? Oh, they originally were actually called native, so they actually changed the name. So yeah, maybe that's going to be the sort of plot twist that the humans are actually the invaders here.
It's quiet.
Still, make sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha and AT bites.
That's a good point, Kaz. I also noticed, by the way, that contrary to, for example, 2B, if I have to make another Nier Automata comparison, Eve seems to be a lot more of an expressive protagonist. And she also seems to be that she doesn't have a lot of combat experience yet. I mean, she's obviously well trained, but she doesn't seem to be very sure about her abilities. So I think she is more like a rookie in that sense. Is this a Souls-like? No, I wouldn't really say it's a Souls-like, but it does have quite a bit of Souls elements.
So this...
And it's very parry-focused like Sekiro is.
Yes. This was the final battlefield of civilization.
She will be a sad boss fight like Gerwin with sad music. That is very well possible. Hey, Pavel, also a super sticker. Thank you so much. You're very generous today, Pavel. Thank you so much.
Something is falling from the sky.
Yeah, she's not a combat veteran. Absolutely not.
This must be Earth's rain.
We can admire the scenery later.
And also, she apparently hasn't been to Earth yet. If she doesn't even know what rain is. It has bonfires. Yes, exactly. That's what the first thing that we're going to encounter. And also, another Nier Automata comparison. If you look over here, there's like this drone, and that's basically Adam. Well, of course, Adam is another human, but he communicates through this drone. I think this is actually going to be the gun later on. Because right now we don't have the gun yet. But based on how it's shaped and what the gun looks like, I think that actually is going to turn into the gun. Alright.
Falling debris. Be careful.
Let's get to the first bonfire. Well, actually there are these... Whoa, 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 whoa. That's right. So here we have... Yeah, these are just your run-of-the-mill fodder enemies. Who still can be dangerous, of course, but... These are the type of enemies you can just spam to death. By the way, did I put on the automatically collecting stuff? Hold on. Hey. I don't know where it says that. Okay, well I think it's automatically collecting. I don't know for sure. Alright. Pavel, another gifted membership. Thank you so much, Pavel. And another one. Dude. Did you get your paycheck today or something? Okay, so here we have a passcode. Rorora? Rorora. Well, it's a good thing you don't actually have to remember it. It's kind of weird that it actually says hint if you go here and to type it in.
Try entering the code.
Why not simply already show it then, but whatever. I also noticed that there is one chest that you cannot open up, or at least I couldn't find the code for it. Maybe it's just not in the demo. Who knows?
It worked.
Yes, Kat, you get a gun. And in fact, an interesting thing is, the gun... Well, we'll get to that later on when we get to the optional boss... the additional boss fight after you... after the first real boss fight of the game. Because the gun is more like a tool. It's not really just to do damage from a distance. That's what one of your skills is for, that you haven't unlocked yet here. That's the circle one. Because the gun seems to be like a quick way to get rid of an enemy's shield. So it's more, it has a tactical use rather than for just for doing the straight up damage. Okay, hold on. Swing is a little awkward. Let's open up. I have no idea what exactly I'm picking up, unfortunately. That's kind of... that's another thing, but... For the demo sake, that's not important anyway. So, after I sit at the first bonfire, I will talk a bit more about the actual controls of the game. Okay, let's get rid of these smaller enemies.
There's a Legion camp in a place like this.
Alright, here we have our first bonfire. Or a camp, I should say. Yeah, it says... oh, now it's already gone because I already pressed X, but it says you need those coins for it. So it might be the case that you actually arrive at a bonfire. That you basically arrive at a bonfire, but that you can't activate it because you don't have a coin. At least in the demo, when you get to the second bonfire, there's literally a coin right in front of it. So I'm not sure how that's going to be... what that's going to be about, but we'll find that out when the actual game comes out. Alright, so let's activate the camp. Swim water level incoming. Yeah, probably, because you actually don't have oxygen. You can stay underwater as long as you want. Maybe they will recreate the dam level from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on NES. So at every camp you have a shop, so you can buy healing items. But there's also healing items. Shock grenades, those are also more about tactical use. Namely, you can easily stun enemy, and you have different types of grenades. For example, this one, I think, yeah, this one does specifically damage to the shield. This makes an enemy fall down on the ground, so that you have you can basically create an attack opportunity or break an enemy's attack animation. And in the additional boss fight, there's even one that specifically does damage to the posture meter, or whatever it's called in this game. Basically, it does pure stance damage, but it doesn't really do anything else. So basically, if you drop it and the enemy attacks, then the enemy attack is not interrupted. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's sit. Also, apparently this progresses the... Oh, hey, hello. Come on. A little more precision. Progresses the story, because it also initiates cutscenes. I feel like she was created in a lab as an experiment and would be used to conquer another planet. I think that because of this super impractical suit. Well, the thing is, the part of this,
What's wrong?
the part that basically functions sort of like armor, because when it comes to outfits, that's purely aesthetic. But you do have a sort of armor system that's internal, and it's apparently your spine, which sounds very peculiar. That you can change your spine, which is kind of a core part of a human being. So, in one way or another, these are artificial humans. They are not androids like in Nier. That already has been confirmed. But in one way or another, they are artificial humans. So as you can see here, exospine. I cannot activate it yet, but that's basically that these two slots basically function like armor slots. So they are for defense or for specific perks. Gear, this is, yeah, let's call it rings. Let's call this ring slots. And then exterior, that's just, this is purely for aesthetics. Are there throwing knives? Jake Leach would like to know. I don't know. There are grenades. Maybe there are fire bombs. Maybe. Don't know. As I said, it's those items seems to be more like tools, including your gun. Seems to be more like specific tools for specific for doing specific things, like knocking an enemy down, doing damage to their shield, doing damage to their posture meter, etc., etc. But who knows, I have no idea. Maybe there are going to be something like fire bombs or whatever that are for straight damage. There is one thing that I really don't like, that is worrying me a little bit, and especially as a challenge runner. This weapon, this is the Stellar Blade. So this is what the game is named after. This is the only weapon in the game. I think that's a bit of a shame. That limits things quite significantly, I would say. So you don't get different weapons in this game. I know, that's a shame. What you do have is a skill tree. So let's take a look at the skill tree. Apparently you have to automatically do this, so that's a good thing, because the perfect dodge, as I said, is part of a generic moveset, and I think this is not demo exclusive. So I think that after the tutorial you automatically have to get the perfect dodge. So in a sense it does function as part of your basic moveset in that sense. Of course, that also means you can't really literally play the game without using the skill tree. But hey, if it's mandatory, then that's actually a good thing. Of course, then you then why not simply already make it part of the... Well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, the dodging mechanic, as I said, is actually, in this game, equivalent to a parry. It's not about rolling through an attack. That's not how this works. You basically... The direction... Well... The direction in and of itself doesn't matter. It's simply about timing. If you press dodge at the same time you would do a parry, then you will dodge the attack. Now the direction does come into play later on for specific type of attacks. Because as I said, contrary to like in Lies of P, where there are certain attacks that you can only parry, in this game there are certain attacks that you can only dodge. And there are two types of attacks that you have to dodge in a very specific way. But we'll get to that later. We already used a skill point. I don't think we had more than one. No. Well, okay, then let's immediately talk about it. So you have Blink and you have Repulse. Well, I know all about being repulsive, but that comes natural. But that's not really what this is about. As you saw there was a purple attack. You saw that purple flash there on the left side? That purple flash, that's basically, I don't know exactly what's called. It's attempting a fatal attack. A fatal attack, and if that happens, you can only dodge it with the repulse, and then that is about dodging and then backwards. And Blink is the opposite. So when there's a fatal attack that blinks blue, then you have to dodge into it in order to get behind the enemy. And of course, those are unlockable features that shouldn't be unlockable, whatever. Makes it Oh, and this is basically to upgrade the timing. Alright. And that's what this is. Focus boost make it easier to use perfect parry, and you have the equivalent for the dodging ability. In fact, you have a double dodge as well that you can unlock after that. And that requires 2 S points. Skill point? Yeah, skill points. 2 skill points and 2 for this. So basically your first 4 skill points are going to be used for that. So yeah. As I said, it should be part of your regular moveset, but that's not how they chose to approach it, unfortunately. Alright, so, but now we get to the more meaningful enemies. I mean, those crabs you can just spam to death. But these enemies are a bit more complicated. So, if you try to dodge, and that, as I said, if you just try to play it like Dark Souls, it feels a bit wonky. Feels off. So like, hey, why did that hit me? Well, that's because, as I said, dodging and parrying is similar in this game. So I see it there. I did the dodge. Okay, fighting multiple enemies, you don't really have that much tools for that yet, other than the skills. So let's talk about the skills. Unfortunately, they don't reset, I think, when you sit at a bonfire or rest at a camp. So that's a bit of a shame, because you have to charge them in order to be able to use them. But they each have their own function. We only have 2 at the moment, but this one, first of all, is very powerful because you can charge it. So that's good against bosses if you have a wide enough opening, but it also can be used for crowd control. Unfortunately, I cannot show the other one because I already used up my skills. The other one dashes you forward, and that's basically, that seems to be more about doing raw damage and just overwhelming an enemy. But there's also, if you look above those skills, there's this little triangle, and if you activate it with triangle, and that's basically a gap closer. And it recharges in about, what is it, 5 seconds or so? More or less, something like that. So, that allows you to close the distance quickly. Which I noticed especially in that additional boss fight that you get after beating the actual demo section of the game. It's very important because when you knock an enemy back, then you have to in order to make use of that, you have to close the distance very quickly. So that's basically what that move is all about.
Oh, it's one of the Legion's old supply boxes.
Do you think there's anything useful in it?
Why do they call it potion? Maybe it's a name, maybe it's a proper name. But that's so stupid. A potion for a healing item, that's like in a fantasy game. That's something magical, a potion or something. Why do we call, in a sort of science fiction setting, why do they call a healing item a potion? So maybe it's like an actual healing substance called potion. I know, maybe I'm giving too much benefit of the doubt here. Just call it first aid or something. But that's your healing items. You have this here. It even says so, rechargeable tumbler. Why does it called tumbler? I don't know. But this is basically the equivalent of your Estus flask. These are consumable, the other ones. So this is basically, let's call it Divine Blessing. Well, actually, I don't think it necessarily restores all your HP. I don't know. It only says instantly restores HP, highly concentrated. Well, at least it heals a lot. It heals a lot more than this. This heals over time. But these are consumed when you use them. This one, you get back when you sit at a bonfire.
Make sure to take everything.
Super duper titanium ultra healy item. Hey, I think it's better. I think it's better than potion. A little parkouring. I thought I was being clever here, like, hey, if you go over here, you can drop down and you can find some interesting stuff. But it's empty. Ah. That's a bit of a cock tease, come on. I thought I was being clever and I apparently wasn't. Nope. Alright, so when it comes to your normal attacks, you can, of course, just spam the square button for your light attack, and you have the triangle for heavy attacks. However, in the skill tree, you can see that there are a whole bunch of different combos. Now, I don't know yet how relevant those are going to be. After all, in Nier Automata, there was also all kinds of ways to do different combos, and in practice, you didn't really tend to use that that much, or even need to use it that much. I'm not completely sure about how that's going to play out. But it could very well be that different combos are important against different types of enemies. For example, I noticed, I think it was triangle, square. No, I think it was, hold on. Yeah, this one, where it ends with a kick that basically that helps you to stun an enemy. So, it might very well be that those different combos have specific tactical purposes, but I can't really determine that from the demo alone. That explosion was, you saw that flash around it. That, I think, is the flash that indicates an attack that can only be dodged with a perfect dodge. And as I said, you have the blue one and the purple one that requires those specific types of dodges. Repulse and the other one, I already forgot the name. Poop and drink. Yeah, the other one are basically like life gems, yes. Oh, hold on. Okay, so that was says balance. So this is basically if you... See, now one of those yellow lights is gone. Oh, and I have to do another parry. And now I can do a critical attack. Of course, against this regular enemy, it just kills the one hit. But it's of course not like in It's not like in Sekiro that it's guaranteed to be a one-hit kill. Where you do a death blow. That's not what it's about. It's just a very powerful attack. Oh, and we have a Cthulhu creature here. So you have this scanning ability. If you do it preemptively, you can actually detect hidden enemies that way. Oh, you cannot open a chest when you're in combat? Okay. Also a good thing about skills, by the way, is that they have hyper armor. So even though you still take damage, you can at least make sure that you can get your own attack in. In fact, later on you get in that other... Yeah, it's the X one. In that other fight after the actual demo section, you have the other two skills. And especially the X one, that does a sort of backwards somersault kick. That one is very good to break enemies' animation. It's mainly meant to break shields. But it's also very useful for breaking enemies' attack animations. Gears equipment that can be used to improve Eve's combat capabilities. You can have gear and gear sockets to boost your desired combat abilities. So that's why I said this is basically the armor system. And this is like ring slots. So combo attack power level 2 or higher, 14%. Combo attack power level? Not sure what that exactly means. Maybe that has to do with the skill tree. But whatever, this is at least an improvement is an improvement, I suppose. Oh, and of course, oh no, that's not here yet. No, that's later on.
By comparison,
That's later on.
looking pretty good. After the colony extinction, most places were nothing but dust. Huh? Wait, there's a fusion cell. Oh, surprise. At least the fusion cells in
Fusion cell?
It's a high energy.
Can you customize the character or do you have to play as her? Eve is the actual protagonist, so you can wear different outfits.
The infinity cell.
But no, you don't create your own character.
It's very valuable.
I don't know if you play as multiple characters, I don't know, that could be. Okay, here, this is the Dark Souls doesn't open from this side. It doesn't say it, but that's what this basically is. These are shortcut gates. So you have to open them from the other side and then you create a shortcut. Oh. Scripted event. At least they don't run and then explode. Good point. Can you beat Stellar Blade with only kicks? Yeah, I doubt it. Yes, what kind of challenge runs are you going to be able to do in this game? Yeah, well, I first have to play through the entire game in order to make that determination. Okay, so you can also make use of the environment. So you have these barrels here. And that way you can just blow them up. But as I said, those skills... Oh fuck, I don't have the skills charged. So that's the annoying thing. I want to use that crowd control move again. Okay, well then in that case... we'll use this. But what exactly is it that charges your skills the fastest? You see, I just did normal attacks. That charges your skills as well. But I'm not sure if there's a difference between attacking and parrying in that sense. Okay, so let's use this. It doesn't have that much reach, but as you can see, I do at least have hyper armor. Okay, I do have to watch out. I do notice that fighting against groups is a little awkward in this game. Maybe you unlock different ways of dealing with multiple enemies later on. Your weapon is a hairpin. The sword is a bit of an interesting design, yes. Oh, fuck. Okay. That was not a parry. As I said, the parry is very precise. Oh, and oh, fuck. That's not good. That was an attack that you... Yeah. Cannot be guarded or parried after an attack glows yellow. So it's the opposite of Lies of P. So it could also be that I just suck at this game. Because this regular enemy, it's a stronger enemy, but it's kind of kicking my ass. Okay, let's just then use one of my other healing items. Oh, it only heals half your health bar, that's not a lot. But of course, these enemies, even the regular ones, as you would expect, have a combination of fast attacks and delayed attacks. So that makes parrying even more difficult. You cannot just spam L1, that's not gonna work. There is one thing though. That I'm a little worried about when it comes to the controls. Maybe you can customize the controls in the full game, I don't know. But here's the thing, L1 is how you parry and block, right? Square is a light attack and triangle is your heavy attack. However, your skill is L1 while holding square, triangle, circle or X. That kinda makes it so that you can use your square and your triangle skill by accident. When you simply try to counterattack after parrying an attack. So that seems to be a bit of a flaw in the control scheme, if you ask me. It would make more sense if your light and strong attack were R1 and R2, and then your skills have their own designated buttons, so that they don't overlap. I hope there are more diverse areas. So far it looks very bland. Well, of course, based on the demo alone, we can't really say that, but I doubt that will play the entire game just through the same type of area. Of course, I have to watch out now because I'm don't have any of my regular healing items anymore. I'll at least have these two. Yeah, is R1 and R2 used for anything? Actually, not yet, actually. Yeah, R2 is basically just the action button. Fire selected ammo. Oh, okay, so for your gun, that you don't have yet. For your gun, you can use different ammo. Okay, R1 is burst skill, but I don't know what burst skill means. I don't think that exists in the demo. Hey Baton, thank you for extending your membership. How's it looking so far? Very interesting. Especially once we get to the boss fight, or better said, the additional boss fight after the actual demo section. There is a weapon upgrade in the demo, yes, and this is also an upgrade. Although not yet, you have to collect, I think. Oh, you have 2 more, and then you have more of that beta energy, and beta energy is basically for your skills. And then you can also find things to extend your health bar, your shield, I think. And at a camp, you can, when you have specific items, you can upgrade your sword. Yes, I hope so that Anton, that you can have custom controls in the actual game. But in the, whoa! But in the demo, that's not the case. After all, Nier Automata, I also played with my own custom controls. In Nier Automata, dodge standard is on R2, which makes no sense to have dodge on a trigger. What did I say? Was that a naked woman tied to a pole? What? Did I just miss something?
Scan complete.
Maybe. Maybe I just missed something. So yeah, something that I would like to see in the full game is definitely custom controls. Don't know exactly what the best control scheme would be, but at least having the option would be very helpful. Challenge runnable? Well, if there's going to be an actual hard mode, I think I think just getting through the game at all in hard mode is going to be pretty challenging. That's what I suspect, at least. So I don't know exactly yet how challenge runnable this game is going to be when it comes to different ways of approaching the game. It does seem to be a very, at least sort of a set way the game would want you to approach it. But it's very hard to determine that just based on a demo, you know. Eliza P, we had P-Orc and now we have Beta Energy. They're not the best names, I suppose. So as you notice, I just picked up a coin in order to activate this camp. So it might be the case that you can actually encounter what is the equivalent of a bonfire, but you can't activate it because you need something to activate it. So you have to pick and choose which checkpoints you use. That might be the case. So, let's take a closer look at the skill trees. So there are multiple skill trees, but 2 of them are locked. So as I said, how challenge runnable is the game? Well, we have 2 separate skill trees that are completely locked, so no idea what that's going to be. I suppose, if I would have to take a guess, I suppose that this would be, for example, for your gun. For example, that might be the case. There was also this burst skill that was on R1. I don't even know what that's going to be. What could this be? I don't know. Absolutely no idea. So these are your skills, you see, they're beta energy. Those are specific skills. You can upgrade them. But those are specific skills because they serve a specific purpose. Like this is a shield breaker. But as I said, it doesn't merely damage damage shields, but it also stuns enemies. It actually says that stuns. That's weirdly phrased. Stuns hit enemies. Stuns hit enemies. That doesn't sound like a proper sentence. But still, that's a very good one, but it doesn't have a lot of range. This has a lot of range, so this is actually very good to when an enemy is attacking you from a distance, and you don't really have a way to defend against that, then you can use this to break the incoming animation. This one I said is seems to be pretty good for crowd control, or if you have a big opening against the boss, because then you can charge it. And this is basically like this giant combo that you move forward and yeah, you can also hit stuns enemies. Hey JK Leeds, vrolijk Pasen! Dankjewel JK. Looks like a stellar stream so far. Yeah, the game is definitely very interesting. There's a lot to it that I don't really have much of a grasp on yet, but that's to be expected when you only have a demo. But this definitely looks like an interesting game. Of course, we haven't really seen the real meat of the game, you know, the actual boss fights, because those are pretty intense. And when the combat really clicks, it's actually very satisfying. But it definitely has quite a learning curve. There's quite a learning curve. In fact, now, when we get here, we have enemies with shields. And they can really wreck your shit. Eve is protected by a shield. Eve has a damage reduction while the shield is active. And the damage reduction effect increases as the shield protection level increases. The protection level decreases after each time the shield takes a certain amount of damage. So enemies have shields, but this enemy has like a literal physical shield in order to block your attacks. So that's a bit weird that they explain about shields, but then they have an enemy with an actual shield. Because, for example, the bosses also have shields, but not in this literal sense. So that was a blue attack, but I don't actually have the repulse ability yet. In fact, I should actually upgrade. Oh no, I need 2 skill points for that. No, whatever. But you get that later on. Also, enemy combos can get... You see, I dodged into it, but I couldn't avoid it because I don't have that ability yet. That is the... I'm not... No, repulse is the other one. I forgot what it was called. Hold on, let's take a look. So that's... This one, blink. So that is what you need to in order to avoid those blue attacks. Well, fortunately, you unlock that at the next bonfire, so that's something. Hold on, I don't have my proper healing items equipped. Because, yeah, you would think that's a part of your basic moveset, but it isn't yet. So, yeah, these enemies are pretty dangerous at this point. But let's just immediately go to the next bonfire so that we can actually fight a proper boss. Although it would be nice to actually have another skill. Oh, actually, we have to use that for that blink ability, so doesn't even matter. Yeah, it's a PS5 exclusive, I know. I know, a lot of people are going to be sour about that.
The crack is quite deep. It's going to be difficult to pass. We'll have to go across, past the parking tower.
No, I actually like the music. You say the generic anime combat music. Well, I think it's actually pretty nice. Okay, so over here we have, I think it's an upgrade for healing, but you no for your for max HP. But you need to collect multiple ones, and that's not applicable to the demo. Challenge 1, battle music is the only sound in the game.
Forever.
You see, body cores are to increase your max HP. However, now we get to the new camp, because the camp here is different. It's a supply camp. And that allows you to, that's a place where you can upgrade your weapon, for example. Also your shield.
In a place like this.
But you can't do that in the demo.
What's that?
It's a depot. Set up.
Let's talk again after you heard it for 60 hours. Well, I assume that there's going to be quite a bit of different soundtracks.
How come they set up a camp in a corner like this?
Hey, if it's Nier Automata like, then the music is definitely going to be a good part of the game.
Is this parking lot important?
It could also mean that this place is very dangerous.
Then I guess this place could be useful for us.
Well, the music doesn't bother me, Van Polis, but what does bother me a little bit, it's the same problem I had with Warlong Fallen Dynasty, is that when you're fighting, you're screaming so much. I think that it gets annoying very quickly. So like, that's constantly. That's in Warlong. That's also your character makes way too much screaming noises. That can get annoying quite quickly. Okay, let's activate the camp. So this shop has, I think, just the same stuff. I thought you actually get the blink skill now. Oh yeah, it does. So now we get that skill to avoid those blue attacks. Which has a surprisingly large window, by the way, compared to parrying and dodging normal dodges. And you can even extend it. So that's quite interesting. Okay, let's activate this. Oh, you actually have to activate the training. It's anime bro, no moaning is no anime. I guess That makes sense. Okay, so... And this is where direction does matter, because you have to actually dodge into... Oh, I did it the wrong way, because your own sword blinks in response to his attack. And when your own sword blinks, that is when you have to dodge into the attack. You see? And then you immediately can get behind an enemy. And will them in a response. But later on, enemies can also do those purple attacks. And then you have to do the opposite. So you have to dodge backwards rather than forward. Also, now we have our other skills. So we have... in this training section. So you have the wave attack. And let's charge... Oh, fuck. There's another thing. As I said, combos may not serve that much tactical purpose in the sense of that they really make that much of a difference to how enemies respond to the attacks. However, just like in a Souls game, if you're already in an attack animation, you cannot do anything else, obviously. So you have to keep that in mind. For example, the strong attacks, they have much longer animations. Which actually, that little twirl that she does at the end can actually be used to avoid attacks as well that go underneath you. But if you're already in an animation, you cannot dodge, obviously. Now, it's faster than a Souls game, and you can cancel it to some extent. See, if I'm pressing circle, I can, to an extent, cancel it. But given how tight parry windows are, it's still something that you have to watch out for. Alright, but that's that was the training. Now it's time for an actual boss fight. Automata is so boring? No, it's not. No, it's not. Well... You're entitled to your own opinion, I suppose. Oh, upgrade the sword, of course. So, that's what this is for. Oh no, that's fast travel. Hold on. Also, not every camp can be traveled to. Because this is the third camp we unlocked, but we can only... Oh no, that's not true. Yeah, this is the one we are. We're at this camp, so not every camp can be fast traveled to. So, with weapon cores you can increase the damage of your sword. This is basically, well, let's call it an Estus shard. So if you have this, then you can get an additional Estus. This is gear socket, so basically it's an additional ring slot or talisman slot or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's only going to be these things. However, if you take a look at the top left of your screen, it says Eve and then L1 and R1. Now, it doesn't do anything. But does that mean that we're going to be playing as different characters? Could be the case. Or maybe that if my hunch was correct, that Adam drone is actually going to turn into your gun. Maybe it's about upgrading your gun. So basically that's Adam. Don't know yet. Oh, I didn't actually upgrade it. So it's about around 10% extra damage now after upgrading. Also, you have to make sure, that's a bit annoying, but you have to make sure that you actually sit down and rest. Otherwise you, well, haven't rested.
Adam?
Yeah.
About yesterday. Thank you for saving me.
Played the demo yesterday, it was quite fun and I'm excited for the full release. Well, so am I, Codex. In fact, I am more excited now after having played the demo than I was even before.
It's alright. That now means we can help each other.
Because I thought it was going to be a bit more hack and slash like. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In fact, it's probably going to be a very challenging game in that sense. With quite a learning curve. Yeah, I had the same thing, Lopsosity. It simply has quite a learning curve. In fact, I still have a lot of trouble with dodging. Especially after playing so many Souls games, the dodge is just very different in this game. You don't have a roll, you don't, it's not like, oh, there's an attack coming, let's roll through it. That's not how it works. Of course, in principle, it's still about iframing an attack. So it's not that different, but it feels different. Oh, hold on. So, now it's time to actually take on a proper boss fight. Are Adam and Eve going to eat the forbidden fruit? Well, as I said, initially when Eve emerges from that drone, it almost was like it symbolized a birth. So. And Eve was, of course, born from Adam, so that's already dissimilar in that sense.
Adam, get back.
So how far they're going to take the biblical themes, I have no idea. So, what? Did you notice that I didn't actually avoid the blue attack on the way it's supposed to be done? So you can actually, and that's good to know for challenge runs if that skill isn't mandatory. Because blue attacks can in fact be perfect parried. Oh, and that can only be perfect dodged, and I didn't do that. Well, the thing is, initially you think, oh, you can actually quite spam your way through this fight, but now he changes phases, and that's quite different. Oh, fuck. Oh, whoa, as I said. Oh. Fuck, he actually killed me. That's not good. Gaping dragon vibe. Yeah, it kinda does. Oh, and when I played it by myself, I didn't die against this boss. Well, that's what they all say, of course. Yeah, the music, it's, as I said, it's Nier Automata-like, so I think the music is going to be very good in this game. Okay, let's pay a bit closer attention this time, because I'm trying to explain all kinds of different things. Okay, now I did it correctly. However, that wasn't a bad thing that they used my skill there, but the point is, that was an accident. As I said, that's a flaw in the controls, if you ask me. Fortunately, the skills have hyper armor. Also, I have to make better use of my gap closer. Okay, he's changing phases. So I have to watch out because the lightning can fuck you up. Oh fuck, that's very counterintuitive after Lies of P. That when you see certain dangerous attacks, that you have to dodge rather than parry them. Because my initial reaction is immediately, oh, that's an attack that you have to parry. No, it's the opposite. Oh, hold on. Oh, whoa. Fuck, and that requires some precise timing. Okay, good. Alright, got him. Performance anxiety. Oh, whoa, that's right. You have to actually do a finisher. And then it immediately switches over into a little trailer. So as you can see, the environments are going to be quite different. By the way, that's the other boss. But you attack... This is in a different environment. That's kind of peculiar.
I can see the space center over there. This is the turret's
Animation seems to be more smoother than Lies of P. Well, it's a more fast-paced game, of course. And there's the gun. Oh, and you have a laser. So that seems to be for pure damage. And those bullets that you have are for breaking shields. Yeah, I agree, Lobstrosity. That's what I mentioned also. That all the screaming is that's going to get old very quickly. Same thing as in Warlong, where your character's constantly, ah, yeah, wow, 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 wow. I mean, it's not necessary, if you ask me. So there is a lot going on in this game, as you can see from that trailer. You don't have actual flight sections like in Nier, but they did showcase something similar, like that, where you're like skateboarding on your sword or something. It's very peculiar. Well, the bullets are. I will showcase that in a minute, because now we're going to take on that other boss fight. The bullets are for doing massive damage quickly to a shield. Of course, you have limited ammunition. So that's basically trading ammunition for a nice amount of damage to a shield. It's still better than DS1 mil modes. Yeah, I kinda have to agree there. Okay, but now for the actual challenging boss fight in this demo. So this is something that is later on in the game. I have no idea where, but in some sort of a factory apparently. And we have a different outfit. Also, in fact, we have a whole bunch of the different stuff. So we have... Here's the exospines. I said something... I don't know to what extent these human beings are artificial, but something as basic as your spine is artificial. So... Android is not the right word, but to some extent Eve has to be some sort of a cyborg. So basically this is what functions as your armor and has a specific amount of perks. Damage received from enemies decreases by 10%. So okay, shield protection level increases by 1 at maximum. Has a chance to restore HP. That's always kind of lame when you have perks that have a chance to do something. Has a chance to restore HP for 5 seconds while guarding or parrying when HP is 20% or less. It's a bit oddly specific, I must say, but fair enough. But you have a whole bunch of different... critical damage increases by 23%. Whoa, that's a lot, by the way. So this is like the equivalent of a Hornet Ring. So that's pretty nice. Shield regenerates faster when using guard. Makes it easy. Oh, this is a good one. Makes it easier to use perfect dodge and makes it easier to perfect parry. So you can even extend it beyond the skill tree. So that's kind of interesting. What surprised me is that the game has more than 2 dubs. Played with German dub. Oh, really? Can you show us the languages available? Well, it is actually, you can actually change the language to Dutch. Although, of course, not the dub. Where do you have that? Oh, here. Oh, you cannot change it mid-game. Ah, whatever. Okay, but while I was looking at the equipment. So, what do we have? Melee damage reduction, bonus fixed damage upon combo attack, damage reduction, attack speed. So to increase your skills. Beta energy recharge proportional to damage taken. So the more damage you take, the faster your skills recharge. Okay. Well, there are a lot of different variables. Critical attack rate up, also very good. Bonus gold drop. Basically a covetous silver serpent ring. Attack power when high HP, so Ritual Sword Talisman, so to say, Lloyd Sword Ring, something like that. Yeah, you can, yeah, if you go to the main menu, then you can change it, yes. And you also have multiple outfits. Those are purely aesthetic, they don't seem to be doing anything other than just change the looks. By the way, if you have put the glasses on, this is Bayonetta cosplay, basically. Alright, let's take on the boss. This is quite complicated fight, I must say.
It's hiding.
I don't know how far in the game this is going to be, but this is a pretty rough fight. Okay, let's use the gap closer. See, when he dodges away and you have... If you hold triangle, you can use your gap closer, but it has to recharge. Fortunately, it takes only, what, 5 seconds or whatever. Oh, that's the other one. That was the other one. You have to dodge backwards for that one. Of course, you can also just move back. Or you can use your own ranged attack. And that knocks him down on the ground. Oh, fuck. You see, instinctively, I want to parry that attack. But that's an attack that can only be dodged. Okay, see, now I have a gun. It doesn't really do a lot of damage to him. But it does deplete his shield very quickly. Oh, holy crap, malicious. Okay, let's heal. Ah, fuck, I missed. Okay, that's some sort of a grab attack or like a quick time event. Oh, that's less range than I thought it had. Also, here you have a different type of grenade. So the sonic grenade, as I said, it damages an enemy's balance, or boss, or whatever. It's called balance in this game. But it doesn't do anything else. So it doesn't stun the enemy, or it hardly stuns the enemy. So you have to be very careful when you use it. But it's, so of course, a very good item to use. Because it makes it easier to get a critical attack. Wait, if I drop it now, I can immediately do a critical. Very good. Okay, let's quickly heal. Oh, cap closer. You see, yeah, there's a lot of different variables that you have to take into account. And that's actually very good. That makes for a very engaging combat system. Whoa, yeah, they have some... Holy crap, malicious. Yeah, they have some really extensive combo changes, you can see. Alright. Alright. So, as you can see, it's quite an complicated fight with a lot of variables. Can you cancel attack animations? You can cancel to an extent. I mean, it's rather fast-paced. It's not that you commit to an attack as much as in the Souls game, but there is to an extent. You can be in an attack animation so that you can't parry in time, for example. But given that your attacks are very fast, it's not the same thing as in the Souls game. But given that the parry windows are so tight, it can still be an issue. You know what? Just for the hell of it, let's check out the Dutch subtitles. Let's see if there's some interesting translations. So you have, whoa, you have a whole bunch of different languages. Nederlands, yay! And when it comes to the voices, oh yeah, also a whole bunch. Portuguese, this is Korean, Italian, Français. Oh no, the Français. Spanish, 2 different types of Spanish. So this is Latin American Spanish. And German, yeah. Yeah, the Eve, whatever, I can't speak German. I can only sing Brother Jacob. I like that you can keep your weapon on your hair. What's on your back, I suppose. Nieuwe instellingen, baasuitdaging. Ah, lekkere baasuitdaging. Very good. This is more of a casual outfit. By the way, I noticed that other people... hey, Melinda, thank you so much for extending membership. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you as well, Melinda. I noticed that there was something different, I think, about maybe the European demo version. Because I don't have that other outfit, you know, the skin outfit that removes your shield. It's not here, and I saw that other people did have it when they played the demo. So I don't know what that's about. But for whatever reason, I don't have that. Because that is basically an outfit that, first of all, is going to be maybe a bit of a problem for YouTube monetization. I don't know yet. But the thing is, the quirk that it has is that it removes your shield. Oh, you simply remove your outfit altogether. Oh. Ah, that's how it works. I don't know what YouTube monetization is going to think about this. But the whole idea about this... Holy crap. Okay, well, now I'm demonetized. Okay. But the idea behind this is, other than the obvious visual appeal, is that this removes your shield, so it makes you weaker. Well, let's just go for it. A lot of people are going to be happy about that. Overslaan. Because that's a bit annoying that if you do challenge runs that you have to be in this mode. And that YouTube is like, oh, sorry, you can't monetize your video. So, but the thing is, now I don't have a shield, so I take a lot more damage. Oh, hold on. Let's create an opening by using a grenade. So that attack not only knocks him down, but it also removes his shield. So that's very helpful. Oh, heal. Oh, and just like in Souls games, the healing animation is relatively lengthy. Oh, I actually knocked him out of that... I wanted to say perilous attack. That's not how it's called in this game. But that attack that has to be perfect dodged, well, you can also just break his animation and then you don't have to do it. Of course, this attack also helps when he does an attack like that from a distance. So that's the way you should think about the skills you have, is they serve a specific function as a tool to counter specific types of attacks. And I think that's rather interesting. Fuck, that's one of those attacks that can only be perfect dodged. No shield challenge run, yeah, and then you can't monetize the video, so that's kinda that kinda sucks. Can you beat Stellar Blade with a skin suit and still run ads on your video? That's I guess that. Oh fuck! That's the one you have to dodge backwards. Okay, so that removes a whole chunk of his shield, as you can see. Because as you see, the gun, it does do do some damage when the shield is gone, but it seems to be that those bullets are mainly for getting rid of his shield. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, yeah. Oh. It's kind of weird that those blue attacks are easy to dodge, but those yellow attacks are very difficult to dodge in time. Okay, let's use a grenade. Okay, you see? Oh, fuck, I don't have bullets. I just wanted to show that you can get rid of his shield easily with your gun. Oh fuck! That one is so difficult to dodge. That's the yellow flash that can only be perfect dodge, and that is going to be so hard to fight against muscle memory wise. Because when I see that flash, I immediately instinctively think to myself, I need to parry that, and it's exactly the opposite. It's like Lies of P trains you like, oh hey, when you see this specific attack, make sure that you parry it. En now I have to do the exact opposite. Je bent dood, inderdaad. Gast, je bent dood. Beautiful. YouTube should recognize that those boobs have no nipples and monetize as usual. Yeah, I suppose so. Rugzak. Vaardigheden, handleiding. Beautiful. The black outfit is pretty cool, I think. Or here, just the casual outfit. Today I learned prinnies were just Dutch this whole time, dude. Prinnies? What are prinnies? Please put on some pants, my wife is in the room. I'm sorry. As I said, as long as it doesn't trigger YouTube demonetization, then... Okay, let's do one more fight, and then that's basically what the demo has to offer. But it's a lot to get excited about, and I don't just mean that skin outfit. I mean gameplay-wise. Oh fuck, I should have used the gap closer. But that's good. You see? That's the gap closer. Okay, let's use a grenade to knock him down. Yeah, you're good. Ah fuck, he jumped over my second grenade. What an ass. Oh, it still hit me. Okay, heal. Damn it. I couldn't knock him out of that animation in time. So the gap close has a ginormous reach. So that's definitely something you shouldn't forget to use whenever you knock an enemy on the ground. Otherwise you're going to be way too slow to make use of that attack opportunity. Oh, hold on. If I use this, then I immediately get a critical. Oh, I should have actually tested how long he stays on the ground. So how much damage you can do before initiating the actual critical, like in a Souls game. Or in Lies of P. Holy crap. Oh, whoa, whoa, heal. Okay, that's better. Alright then. So, that was the demo of Stellar Blade. The full game comes out on the 26th. And I will definitely be playing it, because I think this is a very interesting game.
Fantastic finish.
And I can't wait to see what else it has to offer. And especially how challenge runnable the game is going to be. And if it has an even higher difficulty mode, given that this is normal difficulty, which is already quite challenging, then just beating it on hard or whatever that's going to be, is probably already going to be quite a challenge. Unfortunately for you guys, who only have PC or Xbox, it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, at least for now. Maybe that's going to change in the future. But it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice at least that this is something that kind of crossed the gap between now and Elden Ring DLC. So the thing is, I'm still not completely done. I'm getting to the end of recording for my band. After that, I will probably only have time for one more video before this game, the full release of this game is here. Not 100% sure yet what challenge that will be. It might be Dark Souls 2 with Zero Soul Memory. There's also a specific difficult, really annoying Demon Souls run that I have in mind. Maybe I could do that, but I haven't really decided yet what that video is going to be. Actually, I thought I actually missed someone who asked that. Hold on. Oh, I thought I had a super chat or something. It asked about the next video. Oh, here. Oh, Lucas says extended membership. What's going to be the next challenge one? So it might be DS2 with Zero Soul Memory. But I haven't decided yet. First, I have to make absolutely sure that I'm completely done with the recordings I have to do for my band. So next week, it's probably going to be 2 weeks from now, and then I'm completely finished. So we'll have one video then probably before this game comes out. Then I will be focusing on this game, and afterwards, of course, we're going to be full force on the Elden Ring DLC. So, at least something to look forward to. No, Anton, no, that's not what I meant. I meant using the agape ring that prevents you from gaining souls. So it's not about that an enemy just dies and you get souls that way. It's just you can't acquire any souls. That's the point. But to be clear, I don't know yet if that's going to be the next video. But it might be. Mr. Demo, is this a game I can play in front of my family without being called a perverted weep? Well, maybe not with the skin suit. Then I don't know. But other than that, I think you'll be fine. Will you ever stream Sekiro just casually? Probably not. DS2, but everything is frigid outskirts. Maybe later. Maybe later. Yeah, there's a ring that blocks souls acquisition. Yes. Yeah, that's the idea. Never Rains. To start off with the agape ring and just have it equipped for the entire playthrough. But again, I don't know for sure yet. Anyway, that was the Stellar Blade demo. Hopefully you guys are excited for this game just like I am. It's going to be another month in order before it comes out. So I'll have to make sure I first have the recordings done for my band. And then I will focus on the next challenge run. Which might be DS2 with Zero Soul Memory. But we'll have to decide it at a later point. So, I hope everyone will have a good evening. And I'll see you when I see you. Thank you all for being here, and see you next time.